Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Divine Goddess. This is a pick a card reading. This is pile number 1 with the pyrite crystal. This is pile number 2 with the opalite crystal. And this is pile number 3 with the tiger's eye. So let's go ahead and pause the video if you need to so that way you can see which pile you feel most drawn to. And then go ahead and let's dive in. This is pile number 1. Pile number 1 had the crystal pyrite, okay? For those of you that don't know what pyrite is for, pyrite is a very strong protection stone that shields you from any negative energy for the one that is holding it. It also embraces your strength and your mind, and it attracts money in abundance. Alrighty, so let's dive in. Okay, so what I'm already picking up here is that I feel like you are going to be going through a very personal transition in your life, a very personal change, okay? This personal change has to do with your well-being, your financial, you celebrating you rekindling like friendships that are, you're going to be finding friendships that are going to be very supportive. And I'm going to go ahead and dive into what I'm trying to say, okay? All right, so the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, with the Magician and everything kind of laying out like this for me with the Six of Swords at the end. This is honestly telling me at the end of what you kind of really need to focus on the most to kind of get in the in-between, right? And this is what you're wanting, and this is how you're going to get it. This is the vibe that I'm already picking up, okay? What I'm honestly seeing, okay, is that you are in a very kind of, I want to say, in a rut when it comes to your own personal stability within your mind, within your foundation, within your money, within your structured self, okay? Possibly being a little bit ungrounded. What I'm also seeing here with like the Magician is also that master manifester, right? That person who is willing to be able to create the life that they're wanting, but they have to be in their power. They have to step into their power in order to get this to flip, okay? So you may be focusing on a lot of money right now, and you feel like maybe on a personal level, you might not be getting to that point that you're wanting to be very independent and financially stable within yourself, by yourself, right? But this could also be talking about just having the confidence within yourself, having that stability within you outside of money. Because if we're mentally, emotionally, or physically kind of messy, it just kind of messes up our true essence as a foundation within our independence, right? So what this is telling me here is that instead of worrying so much emotionally, instead of like kind of just focusing so much on the outside, on the money side, on the, oh my goodness, I don't feel right today, or I feel so kind of just bothered, I'm always in this like rut, I'm so depressed, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of it, that sort of thing. It's like you have to really start tapping into your inner child, because your inner child is someone inside of all of us, okay, that lives like a child. When you think of children on a playground, they want to jump from the highest second story, third story in the playground, and they don't care about what's going to happen if I fall off and break an arm, right? They don't worry about the end result. They don't worry about what could happen. They think about in the moment. They live their life in the moment, freely, having the best fun. So this is telling me, like, in order to start creating changes and transitions in your life, you really have to start manifesting and actually creating the life that you're wanting. You can't stay over here and be stagnant and not really putting in the inner work to be able to allow this to happen, right? So what I'm also picking up is that you are already skilled. You're already talented with this. So this is what this is telling me, is that yes, you've been through a lot of things that you possibly have had to endure. You've been through a lot of shaky, rocky foundations within yourself. You've probably gone through a lot of like really hardships with communication. You've also probably had a lot of hardships when it comes to passionate relationships, whether it's friendship or lovers, right? Or even family. But what I'm seeing here is that nothing that you're going through right now is any different than things that you've been through before. Even though it seems harder than before, even though it seems a little bit more drastic than before, you've been through things in your past that are able to kind of get you in this mindset mentally as well as emotionally and structured powerfully with confidence and courage that you'll be able to create this change. You'll be able to reminisce and look back on your past, not in the negative perspectives, but in the positive way of what have I gone through? And I guarantee you there's a moment in your lifetime you can look back and you can say, wow, I'm never going to get through this. Or I don't know how I'm going to get through this right now, right? But you did, because you're here now, right? So this is all about grasping yourself, like really making this big transition to be this powerful being that you are made to be and that you are already, but you possibly are just not really seeing it because a lot of things are weighing in on you, okay? What I am seeing is that once you're able to kind of get this going, I see nothing but celebrations. I see you actually getting with people that are going to be very supportive if they haven't already started stepping in. It's like you're going to be celebrating you. You're going to be celebrating you blossoming out of this darkness. I feel like there's like a darkness over here. And you're going to be finding your inner child. You're going to be having so much fun. You're going to be creating that happiness, that rainbow that's a little upside down right here. It's like, look, it's upside down and then you're finding it. You're finding this rainbow in your life, this happiness, this joy. And then you're going to start to be able to embrace it and start living every day in a better way rather than kind of looking at it as like, my life sucks type of thing, right? Then you're going to be just celebrating that you've gotten past this, celebrating your true authentic self, being happy with how you're feeling, happy with knowing, like, look, right here. Yes, you have a crown, but it's upside down. Your rainbow's upside down, right? But when you're looking at these pictures after you've worked on yourself, you're growing flowers that are starting to connect to your rainbow, right? To your true essence, your happiness. Why? Because I feel like you're going to be figuring yourself out and figuring out you are a very powerful being. You have been through this stuff before. You're going to be able to find a way out of this situation, okay? And what's going to happen is I feel like there's going to be these people in your circle that are going to help you just keep pouring yourself into this blossoming being to where you can start creating flowers in your life. You can start, growing from these situations even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if you look at the magician's head, it almost looks like the flowers are only growing in the front right now. As in the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, there's no flowers on her head. It's just a crown, right? But she's upside down, as in the Three of Cups. It's like, now your whole head is covered with flowers, not just the front. So it's kind of like use a lot of these pictures and you're able to kind of dive into a deeper story, okay? So if you think about it, it's not only the people that are going to be supporting you, that are going to be helping you be able to pour yourself into a newer being and a blossoming being to where you're supposed to be headed right now in your journey, but in the same sense of you being able to feel so good that you're not feeling hidden, because I'm getting the sense of you being hidden. You kind of are trying to come out of your shell, and you're going to eventually come out of your shell to where you're able to even just be around people and embrace who you are, to where you don't feel so stuck and alone or upside down or just feeling kind of this lack that you're feeling, right? And I feel like after that happens, you're not going to need your flowers anymore. Why? Because you're going to be standing there with your sense of stability, with your confidence, your structured self. You're going to be finding you in a different way because, the pages are always symbolizing immaturity. So it's like you're going to be growing into this other being that's like freshly new. You're transitioning into a new person, you know? And what's going to require a lot of that is like just a lot of releasing, like writing this journey with no worry, you know? Writing this journey, having the most fun, creating this journey you would like. Because look at, she's looking out. She's honestly looking out. Like she's ready, you know? She got her swords behind her for all her protection, you know? She's put it behind her, everything that she was worried about, you know? It could be job, money, household and chores and responsibility, just life in general, debts or school, kids, you know, all of that is behind her because she's like, you know what? I'm going to stick these in the boat. They're going to come with me, but I'm going to handle it like the boss I am. And let's keep going. Let's keep on this journey because I'm not going to let this stand in front of me. I'm going to ride this wave and I'm just going to get what I need to get done. And I'm going to just do what I have to do to be who I want to be as well. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards. All right, Spirit, what do we have for pile number 1? Let's see. That's a good card. Okay, so I'm getting career. Okay, so I'm going to put career over here. Because I personally feel like what's going to happen here is as you're finding yourself, you're going to be starting to find what lights you up when it comes to a long-term view. Long-term things that you really want to start putting your time and energy to, right? You're going to be wanting to kind of embrace and grow from whatever you feel most drawn to, whatever you feel like you want to do in your life. And you're going to be able to soar through it with so much happiness and vibration and just be your true highest self. Because when you start with a tree, you start with seeds, you start with roots. So look at the Page of Pentacles. It's like you are going to be doing all these transitionings and you're going to be finding yourself and your structure that you're going to be planting this seed so you can continue, you know? So you're going to be planting a seed to what it is that you're wanting in your life, within yourself, as well as your journey and your future, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to just climb that ladder and keep going, because you're at the moment, you're kind of back here and you're going to start your journey going through all of these missions. You're going to plant your seed and then it's going to start growing when you reach on your journey, right? And then you're going to be able to climb the ladder and get to the point where you want to get to in life. Yes, this is beautiful. So right now, yes, you need to start working on your confidence. I feel like that's exactly what this is saying too. You're needing to kind of step into your confidence to be able to just break out of the shell, to really just break out of what is going on within you, to why you haven't gotten to this point just yet. You know, even if you have gotten to this point, it's almost like maybe this is a self-reflecting reading for you to know what you were capable of and what you are capable of, okay? That's beautiful. Hold on, my cards fell over here. Fertility. When you think of fertility, what do you think about? Everybody thinks about, oh, babies and you're fertile and, you know, but when you really think about fertility outside of babies, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about that beginning spark into the growth, right? Into your growth to be able to make it to this point. Being able to plant your seed and watching it grow. So I feel like what is happening as well is like gaining this confidence, doing all these steps that you need to actually work on, because then you're going to transition to this middle part of you when it comes to this growth. And then your growth is going to turn into your truest essence, right? Your truest authentic self, your higher self. The you that knows what you want for the long term. Because when you think about career, it doesn't necessarily even have to be a job. For some of you, it can, but this could be talking about like your career as long-term you. What are you wanting within yourself and your future? Let's go ahead and pull some more to get a deeper read. Let's see. And I'm getting a lot of earth signs here as well. So like, I feel like you either need to ground yourself or you're just an earth sign, okay? Or what could be happening is that you're going to be entering this new journey. Like, you're not going to feel completely 100% whole until like the earth signs start kicking in. That's the vibe that I'm getting as well, you know? A lot of earth signs and a lot of emotional signs. So there's a lot of like emotional stuff that I feel like maybe you've been experiencing, you've been enduring through life, you know? Oh, these are good ones. Into the unknown and come together. So right now, you're going to be trying to jump into this unknown, right? You're not even knowing what's going to happen if you're in the beginning phases. Unless you're on this side of the reading and you can look back at your life, you're going to remember, yeah, I was like trying to step into the unknown. I didn't know what to expect. I just knew that I wanted to take myself and I wanted to start this with confidence. Because look, she has her dress on. She has roses around her, hearts. She has her hair done, even though it's not like to our modern expertise. But she gained the confidence to start to look better within herself, feel better. You know, whether it could be your appearance or whether it's not, you know, but just to make herself feel better so she can go into this sense of growth. She can go into this sense of being, of knowing and learning and growing into who she is or who he is. And then I have the come together, which is crazy because we also have the Three of Cups here, you know, which also can symbolize collaborating. It could be considered as friendships. You know, I feel like in order for you to actually get to this point as well, some of us may need that helping hand. Some of us may need that therapist. Some of us may need that reader to give us guidance. Some of us may need just that friend that they can lean on in times when they just want to talk or vent, or to help them get to the other side from this darkness that they don't even know much about themselves or their future, and they're just in this confusion, or they're just feeling in this rut, right? And it's like you're going to be coming together with friends or family or your spouse or your partner, you know. And not only that, I feel like you're going to be just coming together with yourself, right? Because like, look at these hearts. It's like you kind of started at the bottom. You know, you're right here, and then this is like coming into the unknown. You're making that big leap to go up, to go upward, right? To move forward, to get to that crown, to get to that structure, that stability within yourself, to feel like the queen or king that you are, right? And it's like, here you are, the person that's like unknown, doesn't know what they want, kind of a little bit standoffish, trying to figure themselves out, possibly feeling however they might be feeling. And then they're just, as they're growing, they're finding their shadow. They're finding themselves to where they can come together with their shadow self and with their higher self, and they can grow and prosper and just vibrate off of such a beautiful learning experience, you know, a beautiful journey within their life. You know, life isn't always bad. Yes, we have bad times, we have bad days, but life is not bad. You know, and as long as you can overcome your shadow self and come together with it and realize a lot of things even in your past, and create your life to be better, even going off of what this could have been for you, is the most beautiful experience, because you're heading in the right direction. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. one jumped. Oh my goodness, I love this. I love this so much. Let's pull another one because I know you can't really see it. Now you can. Oh, that one jumped. That one jumped. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, these are wonderful, beautiful cards for this reading. I'm so ecstatic for you guys, okay? It blends so beautifully. The imagery, the meanings, all of it is just amazing. So let's start from over here and then we'll get to there, okay? So we have chaos and conflict, right? But not going off just the wording, and we go off the imagery. The wording, obviously, right then and there already is letting us know the chaos and conflict that you either once went through and you're reflecting through this reading, or the chaos and conflict that you're currently enduring right now, right? But look at the imagery. It is amazingly beautiful to see. This is chaos and conflict that I strongly feel that's not only just with life has to offer, because look at the clouds. They're a little bit orange. They're kind of a little bit not the white, pure, beautiful energy that you would see in the sky when it's nice and sunny, right? Of course, like there's orange on the sand, so it lets us know like the sun is going down and it's going to be sunset time, right? So sunset time, what do you think of it? You think of almost like spreading your horizons, not staying limited on where you are in this destination, okay? Don't limit yourself to the chaos and the conflict. Don't limit yourself because your clouds are not clear, they're not white, right? Shed your old self away and off. Shed off all of this chaos and conflict and be a brand new person to handle this chaos and conflict with confidence, okay? So that way you can actually get to your place like home. So when you come over here to these cards over here, right? This one over here says no place like home. Look at how it's standing on a stake, right? I believe that's what you call it. But then you have this face that's like in this moon that's kind of like hidden, right? You can barely kind of see it. I remember we were talking about planting that seed to like help things grow. Yeah, granted, someone probably put that in the dirt, but let's pay attention to the imagery in a deeper level to the point where you were once over here and you're on your journey right now, or you were, and you planted your seed and you're growing, right? You're going to grow to the point where you're going to find yourself, your inner light. You're going to find your inner you, your higher self, to the point where you're going to be shining. You're going to be vibrating. You're going to be just everything that you've been wanting. You're going to find within you. You're not going to find it in the outside world. That's why I keep saying that this is more of like looking inward, right? Looking inward so that you can be at your highest self. You can feel so much inner peace that now you, when you look in the mirror and you reflect, you don't feel like you don't know yourself because you have all this yucky stuff on you until you shed it. You know, you don't feel like you're not happy within because you feel like maybe looking within is a little bit scary, to why it's a little bit unknown for you to kind of do things like that. But you're going to be heading in such a beautiful journey to the point where you can look back and see your own face and your shadow self kind of just sitting there supporting you and knowing that you were able to overcome this shadow darkness and actually be here now. You can feel like you have made it home within yourself and your life, not feeling like you're going through life and you don't know where home is within someone else. or within a career. Home is within you. Now let's do 2 more cards. Okay, well, that's too many. So let's do this again. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. My loves. You guys are gaining your halo. You guys are gaining your wings. So you guys can take off and soar and fly and feel. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. To feel this inner peace within yourself, to feel at home, to be able to just take off when you get here. Like, look, how can you come out this house if there's no stairs? Because you're going to fly. You're going to soar. You're going to feel amazing within yourself to be able to continue just growing and learning and taking all of this wisdom with you, whether it's chaotic to you right now or it was. You gained your wings to be able to soar through any problem, just like I said earlier. That is beautiful. So beautiful. Like you're not keeping your chains connected and weighing you down. You used your chains to help you grow. That is awesome. And I feel like you did it too with the help of knowing that you have faith. With that halo and angel, like divine energy just speaks to me a lot. Divine protection, divinely guided. And look, to kind of finish this off, I'll put this last card right here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me scoot it up. Here, let me remove these. Give me 1 second to fix this. Okay. So within your growth process, remember I said you're going to be learning about yourself. You're going to be, you know, regrouping this wisdom and kind of doing what you need as necessary. Look, get more information. What I feel like this is saying is like to get more information about yourself. Get more information to learn about your shadow self so that you can continue shedding. Get more information on what it is that you really want in your life when it comes to your light, your inner peace. You're divine. You're divine, okay? You need to understand that. You need to know that you're divinely protected. Look at this triangle around him. You're divinely guided. With all of these lines in here, just makes me feel like you're in a direction right now that maybe you don't see it for yourself, but you're going to make it from one point to the next to be able to keep going. You know, to kind of complete your life. And then it almost looks like, you know, the pentagram to me. So it's like the earth, fire, water, air. And source, which is spirit. So like finding the spirit within yourself. Earth, grounding yourself, being able to understand you and keeping that foundation very strong no matter what you go through. Water, to be able to express yourself freely. And a sense of being able to understand. But then regroup, right? And then you got the fire, which is the energy in the middle. Being driven for the change, being driven for that transition, being driven to feel like home within yourself. And then with air, to be able to soar through life freely with confidence. Look at, there's so many wings and birds in your reading too. So if you haven't gotten to this point yet in your life, keep pushing through, keep working on yourself. Everything that I just mentioned, so that way you can grow your wings. You can gain your wings, my loves. And that was pile number 1. And I really hope you all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below how you feel if you picked pile number 1. All right, my loves. So this is pile number 2. which was the opalite. Opalite is a beautiful stone. I love it the most because just the way it shines, the color it is. And opalite is very good for improving communication and giving you strength to speak your true hidden feelings with people or within yourself. And it also helps you through change and transitions through life. Alrighty, so let's dive in. Already the feel that I'm getting for pile number 2, my loves, is a love feeling, a love reading, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's a lot of emotional, passionate energy here. And then there's a lot of optimistic energy here with a lot of healing and forgiving and fearing change and taking personal transitions to give yourself room for growth and learning experience, okay? Learning about somebody. So whether you are in a relationship or you are single, there's going to be someone in your life that if you're in a relationship that's going to be opening themselves up to kind of offering their love to you. If you're not in a relationship and you're single, this is talking about someone trying to come into your life that wants to offer you love and passionate energy here. What I'm also feeling like, this person in your life, whether they're coming or whether they are already there, however this resonates with you, my loves, okay, this is exactly what is going to transition in your life. Is that this person that is going to be coming is going to be kind of offering you their emotions, okay? Look at the rainbow's just coming out of the cup. Cups always symbolize feelings, emotions. And there's going to be this knight that comes in kind of just offering you their love, kind of just showing emotion, showing affection. So whether you're in a relationship already or you're kind of talking to somebody, it's like you're going to see this energy start to change where this person's going to be actually showing you emotion and loving energy that you once possibly did not see before, or they kind of slacked on it a little bit. What I'm also picking up is that this person has already had their eye on you. Whether you guys were talking or not, or whether you're single, or whether you're with this person in an actual relationship, it's like they're going to be finding the love that you've already poured into them to make them kind of have their passion in their hand to kind of give you, offer you, standing in their power to understand what it is that they want now. You know, kind of just understanding the foundation that you guys have to where they can kind of sit there very relaxed. Wands are always about passion, motivation, drive. Like this person has had this interpretation of you, whether they weren't doing it before because it was making you feel down and kind of reminding you of possible things that you still need to heal over. You know, things that you kind of already felt down about, you know, and now this person is trying to come in, whether you're single, and trying to change this. You know, this person that's possibly in your life is trying to change this too. They want you to be optimistic. They don't want you to be feeling down from past trauma or past things that you possibly never really took upon yourself to really heal, you know? So now it's like, you're going to have this big transition and change where you're going to really have to have this personal talk with yourself almost, you know? Swords are always about communication, and as well as like mental, what you're thinking and things that you experience. And it's just crazy how these three are all in reverse, right? And what I'm getting is like, you're going to be able to release. You're going to be able to release by trying to understand with this lightning. Lightning is like things happen, damage happens, right? And it's like you're going to be releasing that damage, finding that healing within yourself on a personal level because it's in reverse. You're going to be able to have this personal transformation to like let all of it go, so that way you're not fearing being open to this. You're not fearing to allow this person to try to change in your life, to actually be like, wow, okay, maybe I wasn't showing this before and I need to. Because in the ending result is you guys learning about each other, you guys growing from this, you guys being able to transition. And it's more or less kind of you, baby, that's keeping yourself stagnant. That's why you haven't gotten to this next step of working as a team, learning about each other's past traumas, teaching each other what you kind of don't like, what are your triggers, to kind of help each other evolve and grow from this, to have more of that stability within your marriage or relationship, or this new talking phase, or this new person that comes in. Because not everybody can read minds, not everybody can read your heart, not everybody can understand what makes you feel down emotionally or your fears, unless you're being open about them, so they can learn about you, they can understand your structure and where your journey has led you, you know, to where you guys can actually come together as this team and grow from this and help each other. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card for this. Let's see, Spirit, what do you have for pile number 2? Okay, we have talent and we have empowerment. This is how I feel they should be placed. The reason why I feel they should be placed this way is not so much just the talent word, right? Look at the imagery as well. And the empowerment. Going through this transition, this change, to feel very empowered. To kind of feel like you have it all together again. You can feel whole again. You can feel like you fixed a lot of the cracks. You feel like you're kind of glowing from the darkness that you've went through. To feel that fire, power, and red. Red is always symbolizes empower, right? Yellow always symbolizes happiness and courage, and the white for the purity. To find the purity within yourself and your life and the past trauma, the darkness that you've went through, to really have the power to overcome it, to grow from that, to feel empowered, to be able to get to this aspect of you guys, to you being open, to you feeling full and ready to actually embrace this new person, right? And then when you come over here for the talent, it's like your talent is your intuition. Look at this half moon, you know, crescent moon looking. And your talent is within your inner being of being able to trust every vibration around you. Being able to dance through life. It's also dark around here too, so it's like being able to embrace and flow through everything you've been through. To be able to flow and go through everything that you've been through. By trusting your intuition. By knowing that there is light in the darkness somewhere, but it's up to you to kind of turn it around, right? Because she's about to go in a whole little ballet circle there, right? And she knows with her touch and within herself, she's able to create the light from the darkness that she's experienced from all this hurt and fear, to be open. Look at her just open. like opening up, feeling empowered. She's like finding her talent within herself of knowing this didn't break me. It made me. It made me stronger. It made me wiser. It made me know like right from wrong by using my intuition and my inner strength to kind of figure people out without them speaking, okay? Let's see. Let's get another one. Let's get two more, Spirit. Two more cards for me. Oh, this is beautiful. Just like the last reading. So this right here, what this is telling me, honestly, that you're going to be mending a lot of things for yourself. I feel like this person is going to be coming into your life. That's going to be someone who's very supportive. That's actually going to show interest in trying to fix every corner that you've kind of endured, every crack. Trying to fill in the blanks and kind of coloring in your life, trying to make you feel whole again. Like this, it's going to be up to you, but I feel like this person's also going to be coming in to help you kind of mend and kind of sew things back together, right? It's almost like, look, your wings are down. This person's wings have already been like going through life. Or it could be vice versa, right? Vice versa. This could be the other person that's coming into your life that's feeling kind of down, that has a lot of heartache. You know, it could be both of you as well. And you guys are going to be helping each other mend and kind of fix the cracks and finish the journey, finish the project here of feeling healed and completing yourself for your wings to continue growing and blossoming together. There's a lot of mending here that you guys are going to be doing for yourselves or together. And then as well as when you go over here to the regeneration. Like, yeah, look, there was a lot of lava, a lot of cracks, fire, pain, heat. When you think about pain, you think of hot, right? When you have a fever. And then you kind of met this person that comes in as a light, or maybe you might be coming in for this person as the light. Because look at this picture. There's like these little sparkles in the corner coming down on this tree, right? This little tree branch. And it's like now the fire and the heat and the pain and all that yuck is no longer touching it. So now the tree is able to start turning green and start blossoming its flowers, and it's starting to be able to regroup all of its leaves again to where it's not just bare, to where it's not naked, to where it's actually fuller, to be able to regrow from this. Don't stay in this yuck and this painfulness, you know. Give yourself that chance to learn, but also be smart to know about the person too, just through your instincts and your vibration, by picking up what you know isn't right, what is wrong, you know, to be able to kind of pick up on the red flags. Oh, there's 3. It's too many. But you know what? I just read the cards and I've seen the pictures, and I'm going to use them. Wide open, details, and strength. So this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Exactly how they fell out. Spirit knows exactly what you need and what's best. So we're going to flow with it, okay? So let's start from over here, okay? In order for you to be wide open to receiving, you need to have the strength, right? So it's like, yes, you feel like all of the stuff that you've went through has held you down, has weighed you down. But guess what? It's made you stronger to the point where you're able to grow from that stuff that weighs you down. Why? Because you're going to be on top of the world within yourself. Even though the world is somewhat on top of your hand, you're able to carry the world on top of your own world. Because you're gaining that strength and that structure below your feet. You're fixing that foundation within yourself of everything you've went through that's weighed you down, to kind of just blossom from that. And then you got all these like little sparkles coming in. So it's like you're either going to feed this person their strength, or this person's going to feed you your strength. It's like you guys are going to be each other's rocks, especially in hard times. That's beautiful. And then you got the wide open, right? In order for you guys to keep climbing in the right direction together, you're going to have to try to be wide open to receiving that divine source. Because right now, this is divinely guided. This is honestly something that's going to be very peaceful, very pure, very happy. It's almost like you guys are going to be each other's guidance. You guys are going to be coming into each other's life to kind of help guide yourselves through this painfulness that you guys been through, or the pain that you're currently feeling from what you've been through. This person or yourself are going to be that helping hand, that ground you guys need to kind of help each other, or help one or the other get to where you need to get to being open to receive the pure love that is coming in. And then of course, in the end, you got details. So just like I said, direction. It's like a little compass in here, right? Not always a little compass, but it almost feels like there's somewhat timing that's going on in this picture for me. So like history, things that you've been through, the guidance that I even said that you're going to end up receiving for each other or for one or the other, right? But it's not going to happen unless you guys are wide open to share the things that you've been through, to kind of be an open book, to let them learn about you so they know what they can kind of do to kind of figure you out, right? To be able to kind of successfully be able to shed off, looks like smoke to me, to kind of help you shed off what's in your story, to where you can't flip to the next page, or they can't flip to the next page, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull one last card for this reading. Let's do it, my love. Let's do it. Well, two more. I forgot about the other pile that I had here. That was amazing. I love how these cards are just going through so beautifully. Look at that. I feel like you guys are going to be each other's guidance. Birds are usually guidance, right? Birds are usually messengers that come in and they either help you through life, or they help you learn about yourself, or they help you like push out a message that you may need to continue going, right? Like with a dove. When you think about a dove, back in the day, they used to send like messages through family because we didn't have phones and electronics like that, right? So it's almost like this person's going to be coming in with how to hold yourself together. You know, the person's going to be helping kind of connect your destinations, even though you're at a crack or at a corner. Like, they're going to help guide you kind of out of that. You're going to help that person. This is all about like a relationship that I feel like is coming in. If not someone you're talking to, you feel this very strong connection. okay? Or this person that you've kind of already been dealing with, whether you are in a long-term just kind of thing, but it's not official, or you guys are actually just in a marriage or a true relationship. And I feel like you kind of already gotten moments like this with this person that you're able to understand them too. Like they're not coming in empty-handed. They're coming in with maybe a list of things that they've been through, or a big rap sheet of like everything to kind of explain themselves too, but they're willingly, with open arms, wide open, soaring through to try to come in and be that, you know? So it's almost like you got to keep your eye open. Keep your eyes open and kind of pay attention. It's beautiful. Let's do one more card. Oh. There was too many, my loves. Oh, that one fell and it flew. So give me just a second. I pick this card up. Okay. This is beautiful too, because at the end of the day, whether you believe in God, Jesus, or your spirit guides, whoever you believe in, and it could be your angels, you know, it's saying ask your angels. So this is telling me like almost to ask your higher self, your higher sources that you look into, to kind of feed you a little bit of that divine energy that you're needing to kind of help transition to, with the help of this person that's coming in. Not only that, but like whether you're helping this person and maybe it could be a little bit draining and it's a little bit hard to kind of help continue with yourself and help this person. You know, it's almost like look within and look outward, you know, to your highest sources that you believe in, or that you worship, or that you pray to kind of help feed that energy that you're needing in this time for a lot of positivity and a lot of change, a lot of transitioning. So you kind of are not limiting yourself in one room without that divine love. That's what I got for you, my loves. Please comment down below if you picked pile number 2 and how you felt about it. All right, so those of you that picked pile number 3, this message is for you. This is Tiger's Eye. The metaphysical properties for the Tiger's Eye is it helps honestly with keeping you grounded. It keeps you in a very strong foundation as well as trying to build one. And it also grows your self-confidence and having more strength. And to be honest, it's also another stone that helps ward off negativity and helps with your motivation. Tiger's Eye is a very beautiful stone. Alrighty, so let's dive in. Already looking at these cards, I see a lot of passionate, emotional, mental energy. A lot of passionate energy for one, I can honestly say. There's a lot of wands, okay? So wands makes me feel like needing the drive, needing the motivation, like Tiger's Eye, which is awesome, okay? This is also kind of picking up a very big change and transition in your life when it comes to your personal self, your personal mindset, your personal growth. Almost like this is a time for just you kind of taking a step back and focusing on your fulfillment, your emotional side, your foundation within yourself and your life, or growing your foundation within a job or your home. As well as I feel like almost like a transition with like some type of movement here. There's going to be some type of movement in your life, whether it is that you're moving jobs or you're moving locations, or you're just moving in the right direction finally. Like you're finally feeling like that that drive and that passion within yourself, because over here, you're in a position where you're finally coming out of this moment of feeling like a lot of things were weighing on you. Because now that this is in reverse, this is the Nine of Swords. So this is telling me in reverse, almost like a lot of things mentally for you are going to start resolving. And if they haven't already, it's like they already had started. So you're in the right direction, because now you have this fast movement. You're going to be making these big transitions in your life, moving forward past everything that you kind of were like, all right, we already got all that done and taken care of, like next step, you know, whether it is like you're finally kind of made the decision to move, made the decision to change jobs. You made some type of decision here that's going to put you in a better position. And if you haven't, you're going to. And this is going to be in your utmost benefit. Very fast movement. To the point where you're going to be rediscovering like new things, rediscovering new things about yourself. Finding the fast motivation to move forward, to get to that step of self-discovery or discovery of a new place, discovery of a new job. There's a lot of movement and changes that are happening here, especially within a foundation, celebrations within your life. You know, it's going to be very challenging, but this challenging experience is going to be something so beautiful for you. Because even though it's not going to be easy and it's going to be something kind of hard, whether you're learning something new that's going to be very difficult, you feel like, oh my God, this is rocket science at this new job, or holy crap, I'm learning about myself. This is almost like, you know, rocket science to learn the new me, you know, or just like a very challenging time because now that you're maybe moving locations or moving to a new place, holy crap, like to learn where everything is in my town. But in the end, it's going to be bringing you this inner growth. It's going to be releasing these insecurities that you once had about making that decision. It's going to be releasing and finding yourself to where you can nurture what it is that you're wanting. You're going to be able to release all of that worry, that you're able to blossom into something better, that fulfillment that's going to leave you very satisfied. That final phase for you to get to the next step. So like nothing in life comes easy. It could be challenging. It could feel very chaotic because it's a new change. But you know, after the storm, there's always that rainbow, you know, that's going to make you feel better. Like all the cups are in different colors, like that rainbow. It's, you know, this is going to be a change for you that's going to nourish yourself mentally and emotionally. Because not only is it going into her head mentally, but these are cups, so it's symbolizing emotional perspectives. You know, she's not going to let these challenges get to her to the point where she's able to shed off, you know, the worry, to not let it bother her or stay stagnant. You know, this is very beautiful so far. I'm going to go ahead and pick a card for this one. Let's see. Like this movement is even going to be able to come out of the clouds. Like this decision is going to be almost, it's going to feel like out of nowhere. Dragonflies too, like rebirth. You know, this decision is going to be something that you need. That's funny, that was not for the right deck. So I'm going to put that back. It's like a decision that I feel like you've been holding on to for so long, of needing to make that decision. You know you need to make that decision. You just haven't had the courage to do it, you know? Wow. The courage. That's so funny. As I said it, that card fell on the floor. Look at that, because you're going to trust in yourself. You're going to be trusting into this path, because you over here, you were staying stagnant. You were staying stagnant so much that you weren't even making any type of necessary movement in the direction that you know that has been bothering you, that you know deep down inside you should have been making, right? You're finally going to have that power, red, that drive, that strength with a lion. You know, you're finally going to be like, you know what? I'm tired of sitting in that one spot. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of overthinking that, when I should just make this step to do it, whether it's moving jobs, whether it's within yourself. You're finally going to have this courage to really be able to trust within you and your wings to where you're soaring off to next with the birds up here. You're going to be able to trust into the divine source, that you're divinely guided to be able to continue on. And it looks like she's almost like on a cliff, almost like the Fool card when you're in tarot. Taking that leap of faith, trusting in this new journey, trusting in having a new beginning. That purity within how she's going to be feeling with trusting. That purity, how she's going to be feeling like with no negative bone in her body. Pure positivity and light, just trusting. Oh my God. This is beautiful. To step into a new life. So whether this is within you, it's going to be a new life in the end. You're going to feel so embraced, so brand new. Building yourself up from the ground up to be able to be at the next level that you need to be in your life. Not staying stagnant. Like, look at this picture. Not staying stagnant, looking at this next step. You're actually embracing and living on this next step, this new level in your life, right? Being able to crack open, because look, it's an egg. Trusting yourself, making these changes, because maybe where you were once living wasn't meant for you. Maybe you're thinking about moving, or you have made the decision to move, or it could be a job, making that change to switch jobs, or maybe you have switched jobs because you finally trusted in all this. So you can crack open and you can start living a different life, a new career, a new you. Because you being over here, you were here on the first level. You haven't even been able to get to your second level in your life. And sometimes, yes, these changes may be challenging. It may be hard. It may be heart-wrenching or almost like mentally confusing or scary, you know? But this is the transition that you're needing to be able to continue your journey, to continue on, to continue moving up, to continue cracking levels in your life. All right, Spirit, give me another card for pile number 3. Wow, that just flew. Round and round. Yes, this is beautiful too, because to be honest, it almost feels like with that decision that you deeply wanted to make, that you kept being focused on, man, I need to change that job. Man, I need to move. I need to make that decision, whether it's in a relationship, related, or just this reading has to do with a transition on a decision that you either made or you're needing to make. to get to the other side, to get to that next level in your life, to be able to have that rebirth, that new life. On focusing on that instead of focusing and staying stuck, right? With that face there, staying stuck, just thinking about it or plotting it, or, just going around and around with the same idea, going around and around with the same focus on you knowing where you need to go, but you kept going in circles with yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically as well, because you didn't make that movement just yet. But now you are. Now you will. You're going to discover that this wasn't so bad, that this wasn't such a challenging experience. Movement and magical map shifter. That's amazing too, because to be honest, like I said, you're making this movement, whether it's to replant your new home and you're going to be traveling, whether it's to make some type of movement to where you're supposed to be job-wise. It could also be like rediscovering somebody in your life, putting in that motivation and that passionate energy to put into somebody that even though they feel challenging to figure them out, you're going to be figuring them out. And getting past those insecurities to be fulfilled, to be satisfied, to be trusting this person, having the courage to not go in a circle with them, to be able to rebirth and get to the next level in that relationship. Like this is speaking measures here of so many different things. Almost to kind of like to take this necessary movement with everything kind of on the back of you, but it's not weighing you down to where you're not moving. Because you're not going in this circular motion anymore. You're going in this forward position because you have the courage to carry it through, because it's something you're really wanting to create and to grow. And then this is you, like being this magical being that you are, being this strong person that you're no longer sitting there wondering which direction to go. Magical map shifter. You're not there with a clock either in your hand wasting time. You are being that divine key for yourself, into trusting, into trusting your intuition. The moon is always about intuition, and almost being able to grow your mind into a better, stronger essence, to be able to kind of map out your life the way that you know is meant to be, whether it's that job or that location, whether it's that relationship of feeling like you were probably going in circles with them and trying to figure them out, but you're able to kind of start picking up and reading them and understanding them better. Them kind of throwing you the key to kind of unlock their inner self. To be like that feather, feather's all about air, like being able to kind of go through this very freely, to feel free, to feel open, to feel like an understanding of where you're supposed to be. Not feel like you're locked down by roots kind of figure out your own pathway by trusting it. Figuring out their pathway if it's love, you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull 2 more cards, my loves. Said yes. Some of them are flipped because the way I shuffle sometimes. But that's okay. Look, and then you wouldn't be able to find your destination or your direction if you don't move. So that's beautiful too, right there. You know, that's amazing. And then look at this. Big happy changes. Big happy changes that are coming. If they're not already in this direction, this is almost like what the soul of this reading at the end, like this new life is going to bring you big happy changes. Whether you started making movements and you're already kind of maybe in the middle of this reading, you're not over here anymore, you're kind of over here and kind of figuring out this new job or this new location or this relationship. But now with this new life that you're creating because you're trusting and you're figuring it out, is going to bring you those big happy changes that you are needing, that you have been wanting, that you've been desiring, that you've been kind of going in circles about because you just didn't make the necessary movement, because you didn't have the courage to do so. You didn't have the trust. Maybe you kind of just were honestly stuck too when it came to the direction. Too many. This is a beautiful reading. Beautiful, awesome. Too many, holy crap. My goodness. Too many. Alrighty, let's try this again. Let's get 1 card, Spirit, 1 card. Alrighty, come on. And that 1 card flew. All right, when I think of pillars, I think of that foundation. I think of building. I think of planting, you know, where you're going to put it, where you're going to put something at to be able to kind of get to the top, right? When you think of pillar, you also think of, well, at least for me, I honestly think of the High Priestess card, right? The all-seeing eye, like being able to see forward, to being able to trusting what you need to kind of do. When you think of the High Priestess, you always see those pillars behind her, right? That one of them is white, one of them is black in the tarot. Excuse me. And when you think of the pillars that are white and black, I always kind of take this interpretation of like taking the negative with the positive, right? So it's almost like with this whole kind of reading being based off of over here, of going round and round and needing to make a decision to kind of have that courage. It's almost like you needed that strength, you needed that structure, you needed that grounding, you needed that strongness, you know, that when you see pillars, they're strong, they're bold, courage, strong, you know. And then when I see like the High Priestess with the white and black taking the negative with the positive, so almost like with having these 2 ideas. Am I going to stay over here and kind of stay stuck? You know, not make the movement forward to kind of plant myself on my next journey, on my next step, on the next level? But it's like only you know what's best, because you can kind of see, if you trust yourself, where you're supposed to go next, because you have the key to your own life. You just have to be able to move and have the courage to welcome these big happy changes, not stay in this revolving door So you can kind of crack open a new life and a new beginning. That's what I have for you, my loves, for pile number 3. Please comment down below what you thought about pile number 3. And go ahead and like this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another video.